Okay, hi guys. Thanks for watching. Now, in this video, I'm going to just talk about, in my opinion, what I believe to be the best page builder system. It's kind of a review, but it's also just giving you some value as to, or certainly a tutorial here that I just want you to understand, you know, what you've got access to right here, with me, and how I'm going to be able to help you. Um, because I've been in this industry long enough and I've helped a lot of people, both complete newbies and advanced users. And I prefer myself, personally, I prefer to have access to a system, that is flexible enough and powerful enough to be able to do whatever I want to do personally, but also to be able to share it out to my team because they always ask, how can I make a page like that, or how can I do what you're doing there, or the pages that you've created there look gorgeous. How can I do that too? And no matter what level they're at, no matter what skills they have, I guarantee you anybody can use this page builder system. I can't guarantee that in any other system, but I can guarantee that here. All right, it's so easy to use, and not only that, you can't even break it. A lot of page builders out there, and such as, and I'm not going to put other companies or platforms down in any way, but I'm going to just tell you how it is. I've used WordPress. WordPress is hard to use. Just to set it up in the first place and having it hosted on your own server, and then being able to install the WordPress system, understanding how to use it, going all the way around your WordPress, and then choosing a decent plugin that allows you to create funnels and capture pages, sales pages, landing pages. I've used InstaBuilder for many years, and although it's quite good up to a point, it's now very outdated, so it's become very buggy. So I've been on the lookout. That's why I've been on the lookout. And the other thing is, I can't recommend InstaBuilder to my team members. I've wanted to, but I know it's hard to use, and I know it's buggy because when people stumble across these bugs that this system has, you end up needing to be there to help them and guide them and support them. And if they're going to pay for a plugin like this, a system like this, you don't want to recommend stuff that's buggy. So I've gone off. I've stopped using InstaBuilder and WordPress um, for building actual capture pages themselves. However, there are so many other systems out there. I've used Power Lead System for many years, and again, Power Lead System is rather outdated. I mean, that their HTML editor is the kind of HTML editor we've been using for in the last 10 plus years. All right, unless you're not careful, you're going to end up breaking the page. All right, if you don't know HTML, you're going to end up breaking the page and having issues with the page not actually properly working. And I'll show you what I mean. Um, I do like I basically on the whole quite like it, but I haven't really recommended Power Lead System on the whole because it is hard to use unless you're given access to a place where you can get access to decent share codes, or someone in your upline or someone in your team has giving you a share code. And but the problem with that is that you're always depending on other people to make your pages for you, and that's not always going to be available. And you can't really edit it very easily unless you know what you're doing. It basically, in my opinion, rather technical for a lot of people. I'll just show you what I mean. If I go to the editor, I mean, if I was going to share this page out to my team, for example, um, and then obviously if they had access to this system, and they wanted to edit it and use it for another program, or use the same page for another business or whatever, they couldn't really very easily do it unless they knew something about HTML. Okay, it's already connected to an autoresponder, but if you wanted to change that to work with another autoresponder follow-up message, series or whatever, it's not, if you went through the learning curve, you'd be able to do it. But the point is, what most people end up doing is they get into something like Power Lead System and they end up not really using it. All right, I'm talking about getting access to a page builder that you can use almost on a daily basis, because it only takes 5 minutes to set up any page imaginable, and it always looks really, really good. And if you don't like that page anymore, you can change it, you can tweak it, you can make it work with another follow-up message series. Or if you've changed your business and you're now working with a completely different business, you can make it work for absolutely any page. All right, so guys, I'm telling you, in my opinion, Now Lifestyle is by far the best page builder. Okay, I've used Builderall, I've used so many other page builder systems, and I've thoroughly checked out a lot of page builder systems, and I would say that I would be more comfortable about recommending complete newbies this page builder way more than anything else. It even has a built-in autoresponder. It has built-in stats in there, so you can check your stats. It automatically works, and it automatically publishes. So here's how easy it is. I'm going to just create a quick page to show you how easy it is. You start off with a modest set of templates. You don't need a lot because you don't, at the end of the day, you don't want to be overwhelmed with too many page templates. I know psychologically what tends to happen with people when you give too much value, sometimes you end up not using the system. So because the great thing, you don't even, in my opinion, even without these templates, it's still an incredible system, because as soon as you get into the drag and drop editor, even if you started from scratch, you'll be able to piece something together in no time that looks absolutely gorgeous. All right, so I'm just gonna use this template, and I'm just gonna set up a kind of a path. This is how your website is going to basically look like this, and then what you're doing at the end here, you're just putting in a path. You don't have to have the end. I could just do that, for example, just to make sure that it's unique. But this is just a test, guys. So in your case, you put something specific there, maybe to the product or service that you're working with, and then I'm gonna put something in there, and then I'm gonna put it into my. You can set up your own groups. In other words, you could call them folders if you want. You can set up a group. And then you can preview your page, but or even change the template if you've got second thoughts. But basically, you can just click to the open editor, and you'll be immediately in. It loads very fast, and they're very simple pages. You can just put your mouse in there, and then just completely change the text. Just change any of the text in there. You can change the video. Okay, I'm just going to delete that, and I'm going to replace it with, for example, a YouTube video. So what you do is when you mouse over anything, you can go to the cog area and just change the source. For example, I want to add a YouTube video, and you just put the, I'm just going to grab a YouTube video here. So I'm just going to take the code from the end part of the YouTube video, and I'm just going to put the video ID there, and you can set the various settings there, but it immediately loads up there. And if you want to stick with this opt-in form, you can just go to the cog, go to the properties, and you can select what campaign you want to select. These are all the built-in campaigns for Now Lifestyle if you want to promote your Now Lifestyle business, or if you want to just use your own personal autoresponder, which is built into Now Lifestyle, because you can actually create your very own campaigns. It's a full-blown autoresponder system. So in that case, all you have to do is, what I'm going to do is then, if you want, you can delete that, and then you go back to the building blocks here, and then go down. This form element here is for Now Lifestyle integration. Okay, if you're building your Now Lifestyle business. Alternatively, if you want your own custom autoresponder, you can just add that into there. Okay, and then you can change the template. You can select a different skin if you want. It's totally up to you. and if you know, you can just check out some of the different skins. But you know, don't think for a second that that's the only customization you have. Whenever you click on an element like that, you can actually go to the paintbrush here, and you can go to decorations, and then just change the color exactly the way you want it. And then you can go up here, for example, and you can do some more things with the text, like make the font size bigger and change the family font there. For example, impact, make the font bigger, and then you can go to the cog there and then change the text. It's actually quite fun to do. You know, it's not always about how quickly you can make a page. It's often what it's about is you know, making sure that the page looks good and just enjoying your work. You know, I love it. You know, the way, you know, what one can actually do. It's going to make that, going to change the, for example. Oops, I was on the wrong one. Make sure that you're on decoration, and then change the background colors or whatever. If you want, you can just make it completely transparent. So just, you know, so whatever's in the background will show through. So in this case, it's just a black background, so that it'll show you through there. So it all blends together nicely. You can also select animation, for example. So we're on mouse over, you can, or whatever, or you can do on the page load. Whenever the page loads, it'll do an animation, or whenever you mouse over the button, it'll do a nice animation. Okay, with images, for example, you can just double click an image, and you can go into your images area and insert. Haven't really got any image available at the moment. But anyway, you know, you get the idea. You can put in your own images. I don't have an image available at the moment, but I just want you guys to see what you can do, and you can just take stuff out. You can add stuff. You can put in banners in. You can put your mouse in and start typing. It's, you know, it's totally up to you. Alternatively, if you really want to, you can just remove that completely, and you can do a pop-up, for example. By the way, if there's no cog here, you don't have to worry about it. You just mouse over here and then go to the cog up here. It's really the same place, and then you can tweak things around in there. You can go to the you know, do all kinds of things in there. Okay, and you can change things over here. Decorations, change the colors. It's up to you. And but actually, you know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo that and then go back to what I had before. I think I prefer the opt-in box. So, you know, that's just something you can do, and anytime you can edit using the guides, or you can take out the guides, and so it looks like you're editing as if the page looks as if, you know, exactly what the page is supposed to look like when it goes live. You know, you can do some fancy things with background shadows and stuff like that, or you can do some highlights to make it sort of, you know, stand out a bit. For example, and if I want to do a bit of a border, I can do borders. Change the color to the border. So yeah, you know, like literally anything is possible. and anytime you can preview the page so you can see what it looks like. But you know, things like the animations and stuff is it's not going to work until you've actually published it, so don't worry about that. So I'm just going to save that page. and then you can preview the page. That's the page I just created. Just click open and it's already published. There it is. So when I mouse over the button here, look what happens. Looks very good. So, you know, the video looks good, but I'm going to show you now something, you know, kind of giving a bit of value to some, you know, to people who, you know, actually even total beginners are going to get excited about this. To be able to actually import an entire page from a completely different page builder such as Powerline system. I'm going to show you how quickly and easy it is to actually import a page from an external system, and I'll give you a few examples. Let's start off with Powerline system, for example. So here I am in Powerline system. I'm just going to choose this page. I'm going to click source because I know a lot of people are in Powerline system. I'm going to go to select all. This is not guaranteed to work with all systems, but it's only going to work if all the elements have a full URL to the various external element. But it should in many cases it's going to work fine. And what you can do is you can just completely remove everything on your page. If you for example you started off with a template, okay, and then you just delete everything right the way to the you know, till you got a blank canvas and it looks like you could just got the body there. And then what you can do is you can just drag in the HTML code, okay, and then when you mouse over the HTML code, you go over to the menu here, click HTML, and then select everything and then just paste all that HTML code and then simply click save. And your page, not only has your page been added, but you can actually edit some of the elements here. I'm going to just delete that entire box there and then create my own box. So I'm going to put in my autoresponder, okay, and I'm going to just tweak that. Change the color. Just going to give it a green, just a little bit like the colors above. So it's pretty similar, make it a bit different. Yeah, that's good enough. You know, I quite like the animations. On load. And if you want, you can just take out, you know, all these different images. You can drag and drop another image in there. You know, it's totally up to you what images you want to use. You know, bring in an image that you might have. I'm not sure if I particularly have anything at the moment. No. Okay, well, you know, you can just drag and drop images into there. It's very easy to do. But you know, obviously, you know, the point about this is that it's, I'm going to delete that actually, and maybe add in some other text. Oops. Yeah, I mean, and then you can edit the title here. If you've joined a different company and you wanted to put in something else, it's up to you. But yeah, I mean, you know, basically, guys, you know, everything is editable, and you can just take stuff out, and then that becomes a complete, you know, a page that works in another system. Okay, so I've just taken out a page from Now Lifestyle, so from the Powerline system, and added it into Now Lifestyle. So as you can see, it's very, very simple. It's very easy to use, and very, very flexible and powerful enough for the complete expert, in my opinion. So there it is, and there's the animation. Now, if I want, I could have spent more time on it. I might have taken out the background, make it blend in, maybe whatever. I'm going to show you another example of bringing in another page from an external system. I'm going to show you a nice page from, for example, here. Now, if you're going to be grabbing pages off the internet, you want to make sure you get the owner's approval. This page I created myself, so obviously, you know, there's no problems there. So a little bit like, you know, what we start from scratch, add in the HTML code widget, and then select the HTML, paste, and then save, and that brings that entire page in instantly. Tweak some of the elements, and you know, you have access to the text. It's editable. You can change the video. It's totally up to you what you want to do there. You can change the video, you can delete that, and if you want, you can even add a countdown timer, and go to change the skin. You can even make it evergreen, so you know, you can reset it every day. It'll go back to the you know, so it rotates every day. Now, if for whatever reason you're seeing that the background or whatever, if you want to add in another background, it's totally up to you. But you know, what you do is you just select, you know, I'm going to go back to, I'm just going to go and select the base element, and then I'm going to go to paintbrush, decorations, and then I'm going to go to the background here. I'm going to add in a new background, which will give me an image element, and I'm going to add in a background in there. Double click. Didn't add it for some reason. That's it. Okay, there it is. For some reason I didn't add in before, but so yeah, that image itself, I mean, you can add in whatever image you want, but that image is kind of slightly sort of transparent, so that's why it's not really showing. But if you want, I'm gonna add something else. That's quite nice. You can add in multiple layers of backgrounds as well, but you know, so yeah, as you can see, it all looks pretty cool. And I've added in, you know, if you want, you can change the button, but you know, obviously, the best thing to do would naturally just delete that and add in something else, maybe an autoresponder. So there you go. You know, I've added in my own autoresponder. Um, I've added in a scarcity. If I want, I can change the video. I can change any of the text here. Just add in the text however I want. It's totally up to me. I can't break it. If you do break anything, which it's very unlikely, you can just click undo and you'll be fine. So there you go. Save that. And that's how to make a a page either from scratch or from an external page, or importing a page in from another system, or maybe or starting a page using one of the built-in templates. So if you're a complete newbie and you've seen what I did on my page, on my screen here, if you think that this is something that you could use, get on the link below. And I know that this is something that's just really going to help out a lot of people. And if you've been using systems like Powerline system, or WordPress, or any of the other page builder systems, and you can see that this is a great solution. And I myself, I feel in some ways I've been wasting my time, because time is money. You want to be able to get pages out there so your content is fresh. You're starting up. You've always got to brand yourself, with new ideas, new content, and you want people to be able to, get interested and curious what it is you're doing. And if they've seen the pages you're using always, and you're using their corporate page, and it's just, you're not generating any curiosity, it's just going to be very difficult for you to sponsor people or bring people into your business. This is the best way, in my opinion. Combine this with social media, or with YouTube, with advertising your business using web traffic. We've got a lot of different ways that we can generate traffic and generate advertising, and getting eyeballs onto our pages. Once you get the good pages, the good looking pages, you can rest assured that you can have a page up and running in no time at all. And rest assured that not only can you track that immediately, because I've just created this page, but I already have stats are automatically connected, so you don't have to set anything else up in addition in order to connect it with your stats. It's already connected with your autoresponder that's built in. It's connected with your stats system, and if you want, you can add your own webinar system as well, so you can have invite people onto your webinar platform so you can get connected with them. Guys, this is by far the best way to build your business, so that no matter what companies you're working with, you can always have a fresh way to get eyeballs onto your content, no matter what business you're working with. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope this was useful. Bye for now, and see you in the next training. Cheers.